Hi my hungry friends, it's Mark here again, and today I've got a fantastic recipe for you, a vegetable casserole or vegetable bake recipe. And I will explain to you why I do what I do, so you learn to cook instead of just following a recipe. So let's go. So here's our ingredients for our vegetable casserole, and I've got some carrot, I've got some broccoli, some cauliflower, some red peppers or capsicum, 2 onions, 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, some pepper, some caraway seed and some rosemary. And check the link below for my recipe for my bechamel sauce, and also for the full list of ingredients and recipe. So the first step, we've got a large saucepan with some extra virgin olive oil in here, cold pressed of course, and I'm going to add about a teaspoon of caraway seeds. Okay, so now that the caraway seeds are now floating to the top, and what I'm doing here is I want the caraway seed flavour to go all through the oil, and I'm going to do the same thing for the rosemary, and we don't need to cook it for that long. And I'm just going to add the garlic and onions now, and what we're doing is layering flavours here so that we have the right flavours and the length of time it's in the oil, so that you get these flavours to go through the vegetables. So I'm now got the onions, so there's some pepper, about half a teaspoon. I've got 2 onions in there by the way, and about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. Now the great thing here is, if you don't like garlic as much as I do, just use less garlic or no garlic at all. And with the herbs and spices, you could use cumin seed instead of caraway if you don't like caraway flavour. Now I'm going to put about half a teaspoon of salt in, and all I'm doing here is I just want to get these flavours to meld together. So once we throw the vegetables in, all of these flavours are going to start to really soak up into the vegetables. And I'm going to add my carrots as well too now. And you just want to sweat these off a little bit, and just so that the flavours start to combine, and then we're going to add our vegetables. So that's been on the stove now for a couple of minutes, and I'm just going to add the rest of my vegetables, the capsicum or red peppers, the broccoli, and I've got 1 head of broccoli there, 1 capsicum, and half a head of cauliflower. Now, all I want to do with these vegetables is sweat them off. So I'm not going to really cook them right through. I'm just going to sweat them because they're going to go into the oven with the bechamel sauce, and that will continue the cooking. So as you can see, these vegetables are just starting to sweat now, and they're by no means cooked. And I'm just going to add the bechamel sauce. Now I use spelt flour. Now spelt flour is a great flour. It's one of the original wheat grains that we used many thousands of years ago, and it's really a much better grain than the wheat that's produced today. And also I use A2 milk in here. So I'm just going to mix this through, and then we're going to throw it into the baking dish. So I've oiled this baking tray, and I'm now going to put my vegetables and bechamel sauce in here. Smooth this out. And something I forgot to put in the ingredients list is some cheese. Now, if you're a really strict vegetarian, you can use a vegetarian cheese. I'm using Parmesan here. And the other thing you can do, instead of just having straight cheese, is mix the cheese with some breadcrumbs, and you'll get a really crunchy top. But I'm trying to lighten off on the grains, and there's already a little bit of spelt flour in there anyway in the bechamel sauce. And that's it. We'll pop it in the oven for about 45 minutes, and there we go, at a moderate oven. So it's just come out of the oven, and it smells absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to have a taste. It's really Moorish, and I love these vegetable bakes, and I'll go with just about anything. So that's it for me this week. So if you want to connect with me more, subscribe to my channel, or like me on Facebook, and I'll see you next time. Bye.